All right. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I hope all of you are doing well. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about cause and effect, which is something that you read about in your books this week. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about the activities that I want you to do that are related to simple past, specifically irregular verbs. I'll tell you about them, show you what they look like, and then in an email or on the Facebook page, I'll post the links so that you can access those on your phone. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to share my screen so that you can see this cause and effect. My little face is going to still be up in the corner. Okay, so today is Wednesday, and we are talking about cause and effect. Okay, so I think the most common type of sentence you'll see for cause and effect are if-then sentences. So my example here is, if I leave this ice cream in the sun, it will melt. So basically, because of this, because I leave the ice cream in the sun, this happens. It will melt. So you'll normally see that the effect will have the future tense in it, will. It will melt. Some other examples of this could be, if I don't study for my test, I will probably fail. And if I don't brush my teeth every day, I will get cavities. So this is the form you'll see most often when people are trying to, learn about cause and effect. You don't see it as much in things like writing or literature, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But these statements are really helpful to like really get to understand cause and effect before moving on to using other vocabulary to describe it. So if I leave this ice cream in the sun, then it will melt. If I don't study for my test, then I will probably fail. If I don't brush my teeth every day, then I will get cavities. Okay, so now what I want you to do is think of how these cause effect sentences might end. So what I want you to do is add an ending, add an effect to all of these that are on the screen, and then you can take a picture of it and you can post it on the Facebook page, or you can send it to me in a text, or you can send it to me in an email, and I will look at it and get back to you, okay? So the first one says, if I only eat French fries, then, ... what happens? If an elephant jumps into a pool, then... If you practice the piano every day, then what happens? If my cat chases a mouse, then... If my husband writes all day, then... So you can be creative with your responses, okay? It can be kind of silly as long as I can see that you're understanding the cause and then the effect, okay? All right, in the reading that you had yesterday or on Monday, they talked about the many different words you can use to indicate that you're talking about cause and effect. They kind of clue you into the fact that you're talking about cause and effect. So that is because, consequently, since, thus, so, in order to, as a result, and due to, okay? So these are things you'll find more, used more often in literature or in writing, so in things like news articles. So my example is, due to the coronavirus, all restaurants in Denver have shut down. Okay. So this is the cause, coronavirus, and the effect is that Denver restaurants have shut down. So the cause doesn't always have to come first in the sentence. They can be switched. So the sentence on the previous slide was, due to the coronavirus, all restaurants in Denver are closed. But you can switch those two parts of the sentence so that the cause comes at the end. So you can also say, all restaurants in Denver are closed due to the coronavirus, okay? So there are certain words that will indicate that a cause is going to follow, like due to, and words that indicate an effect is going to follow. So normally when you see the words due to, because, and since, those words indicate that they're going to be followed by a cause. So because of the coronavirus, due to the coronavirus, since the coronavirus is here, all Denver restaurants are shut down. And then words that indicate effect are thus, consequently, as a result, and so. So if you look down at the bottom here, I have some examples. For when I'm talking about effect, I say, I did not sleep last night. As a result, I'm very tired, which is not true. I slept just fine last night. But it shows you that as a result is then followed by an effect, okay? So if you want, you can practice a little bit with these, come up with sentences using all of these words. But we're going to do an exercise next that I'm going to ask you to write down effect sentences based on the picture that we see, okay? So if you have any questions about these or you find them confusing, please let me know. Send me a text or an email or a message on Facebook, and we can talk about it a little more, okay? Okay, so I want you to look at this picture and think about the cause and the effect of such an event. So I said, because of the earthquake, the cause, many people will be without homes, okay? So I want you to come up with 5 sentences using the words that we've been discussing to think about the cause and effect of something like an earthquake. So think about this picture here and then come up with a cause and effect. So here's a larger version of the picture. You can just pause the video here if you want to take a chance to look at this. So just think of 5 sentences using the words that indicate cause and effect that you read about on Monday and that I just talked a little bit about, okay? So like I said, go ahead, pause it here, do your sentences. You can take a picture, you can send it to me in an email, you can send it to me in a text. That's going to be true for everything. You can send me a text, an email, a Facebook message. If you're having trouble and you want to talk to me immediately, just go ahead and call me. Please do it before 9 p.m. because I go to bed kind of early. So yeah, 5 sentences to describe cause and effect, and then go ahead and send them to me so I can see. After that, I have a little game that I found. It's Jeopardy. You guys know how much I love Jeopardy. You can play it by yourself. You can play it with a family member. You can play it online or over the phone with a friend. And I just want you to let me know what score you get. So if you click on this link here, it'll take you to this screen here. And if you want, you can select no teams, right, and continue. And they have the category, what is the cause, what is the effect, cause or effect, multiple choice, and identify both cause and effect. So it's just a fun way to play around with learning a little bit more about cause and effect, okay? And this is something that's not just important for writing, it's also, these are words you're going to hear all the time in conversation. So it helps you to kind of follow along and make sure you understand what everybody's talking about, okay? All right, so that's the stuff for cause and effect today. What I'm going to show you next is I have some practice for the irregular past tense verbs. So the first one I have is actually interesting because it'll help you with reading as well. But it's just a reading on American immigration history. I know we talked a little bit about this around Thanksgiving, about how people from Europe showed up and kind of destroyed many of the Native American tribes that were part of the United States. This goes into a little more detail. The reading might be a little hard, but if nothing else, just make sure you're putting these words in parentheses here into the simple past. And these are all irregular. So make sure you have your sheet handy and go through all of these. If you don't want to finish the whole thing, it is pretty long. You can just do, you know, paragraphs 1 through 6. Just let me know that that's all you were able to finish, and send me a picture of what you've done. Okay. I'll send you the link to this. There's also this really simple website called Chomp Chomp, and they have just really, really easy to use website about past tense. So you can go ahead and do that. You can, there's like one per page, so you'd have to take a picture of each page. So you can just write them in a book or let me know how much time you spent on it. And then this last one is actually really amazing, and I think that you all should use this as much as you can. So there's a website called Khan Academy. If you see up here, it says khanacademy.org. They have an entire section on English grammar. Now, a lot of it is pretty advanced. So it goes into things we probably wouldn't talk about, but they do have a lovely section on the past tense. It's nice. It's just a video that you can watch through. It's pretty short. And then they also have a section completely on irregular verbs. It's a lot of work. I don't expect you to do all of it this week, but it is great because it's mobile friendly. There's videos, there's quizzes at the end of each section, and it keeps track of everything that you've done. So I highly, highly recommend using Khan Academy. They also have a really nice app that's very easy to use for your phone. So I really recommend Khan Academy. Again, I'll send you the link for all of these things so that you don't have to find them on your own. So do all this stuff in the cause and effect PowerPoint. I'll send you these 3 links for stuff to work on your past tense, irregular verbs. And then if you have time, or if you have access, I really would like for you to do the Unit 7, Lesson 3 reading. It again talks about identifying cause and effect in reading. So I know that's a lot of stuff to do. We normally would be able to get through most of it in our 2.5-hour class. I don't know if you'll have 2.5 hours this evening to work through stuff. I don't expect you to, but if you just do a little bit of this every day from now until Monday, hopefully you can get through most of it. If you sent me some of the exercises you did for Monday, I'm gonna look at those right now and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So yeah, just please feel free to send stuff on Facebook at any time. There are a lot of people who haven't joined Facebook, so if you're having trouble figuring out how to get on there, please let me know. I found out today that you don't have to have a Facebook account to be part of a group. So I sent everyone an invite. I hope everyone got that. If you did not, please let me know so that I can try to resend it. Yeah, so thank you all for still wanting to learn in this time. I know it can be difficult. I hope everything at home is going okay. Like I said, if you need any help with anything like groceries or toilet paper or anything like that, please let me know and we'll see if we can get you the help that you need. But yeah, so have fun this week working on cause and effect and working on past tense irregular verbs. and I will see you all on Monday. All right? Okay. Have a good weekend. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.